Hey, what's up, guys? So I am doing episode 4 just by myself, and I'm just going over 2023 prospects, do a little mock draft, and we're just going to talk about some of these guys that could be stars of college football next year that already cemented themselves as stars, and who could be at the top of the next year's draft, because I really like this draft. Also, I want to talk about this NFL mock draft database that I've been using for the last over a year. This thing looks really cool now. They updated it. It looks really cool now. So, yeah. With the number 1 pick, the Atlanta Falcons, who had a pretty good draft last year. Desmond Ridder, 3rd round, I believe. And they took Drake London, who wasn't as high on, but he's still a good player. They got Arnold Ebiketie, I believe, and D'Angelo Malone. They definitely had a good draft. If they're picking number 1, I don't know if they're giving up on Desmond Ridder yet. So I could see you go a quarterback, whether that be Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, or maybe you're higher on a guy like Tyler Van Dyke, Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Anthony Richardson. We're going to have a video on him soon because I really like him. Cam Ward's a guy I like. His dad also follows me on Twitter. So, yeah, there's definitely some players down here that could reach that discussion, but I'm not going to go quarterback here because I'm going to go the best player in college football, and I think he would have been number 1 pick last year. He should have won the Heisman. Will Anderson Jr. He is the best player in college football, and I really won't hear otherwise. He's a great pass rusher. He's really good against the run. His stats just say it all. He played better than Aiden Hutchinson last year. I don't know how Aiden Hutchinson. I think it was more that Ohio State game that pushed this Aiden Hutchinson for Heisman narrative. And Will Anderson, while he had better stats, he never had that humongous game that was looked at by like every single person. But that Ohio State Michigan game was everywhere. So yeah, we're gonna go Will Anderson Jr. here. With the 2nd pick, Houston. If they're picking number 2, I believe they're going. If they're picking number 2, I believe they're going quarterback. Now it's whether you like CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. They drafted John Mechie, so you have that connection with Bryce Young. Or, I mean, CJ Stroud's got the build and everything. If we're doing what I would do, I'm personally a bigger fan of Bryce Young, but I see the appeal of CJ Stroud because, I mean, Bryce Young is 150 soaking wet. So, but as a player, as a prospect, CJ Stroud probably intrigues people more because he's just got the build and he's got high potential. But Bryce Young's tape was just nuts. And he was dealing with a way worse team than Mac Jones was dealing with, than Tua Tagovailoa was dealing with. And I put out a tweet, if you watch this team, it seemed like it was being carried by 3 guys: Jameson Williams, Will Anderson, and Bryce Young. So with the 2nd pick, I'm going to go CJ Stroud. I think he's going to intrigue people more. This isn't really, the mock draft's not really to say who I think's better right now. It's more I'm trying to fit players into where I think they could land. Also, just talking about the prospects, this is way too early to care about this mock draft or nothing. So we're just trying to talk about some prospects, get them some landing spots. That'd be cool. And 3rd pick, like last year, if the Jags take Trayvon Walker, they're going up for Aiden Hutchinson. They're taking that card as fast as they can. I think if the Texans take CJ Stroud, they are taking this card as fast as they can, and they will pair Jameson Williams up with Bryce Young. That would be phenomenal. With the 4th pick, the Seahawks, this is interesting because I think Jalen Carter is a really good option here. They don't really need a receiver. They have receivers. Brian Brisset is really good. And this is going to sound odd because he wasn't great last year. But a guy I really, really like and who I think can take a next step is Anthony Richardson. I really like Anthony Richardson. And he's going to go in the 1st round of this mock draft. Tyler Van Dyke's also really good. I'm going to go Will Levis. He's good. He's probably going to be a first-round pick. I'm not sure if I'm as high on him as other people are, but I think he's a good player. He's definitely put Kentucky on the map. Anthony Richardson just hasn't put out the tape yet, but his potential's off the charts. I really like Anthony Richardson. But Jalen Carter's too big to pass, or too good to pass up here. We're going Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter was the best player on that Georgia defense. Maybe Nakobe Dean, but I think it was Jalen Carter. He was insane at such a young age. I don't remember how old exactly he was, but he's been tearing up defenses at such a young age, and it's really cool to see. And he's a really good pass rusher as a D tackle. He's got an insane upside to him that I think will be taken in the top 5. I think he's a top 5 player in this class. But next on to the Jets. So I think linebacker is a big need, and I really like Noah Sewell. You can also, I'm not saying that Zach Wilson will fail, but if they're picking 5, that means Zach Wilson didn't do something right. So maybe you look at quarterback, but I think they'll give him one more year, especially because if he's bad, they'll have a quarterback class next year of Caleb Williams and Quinn Ewers, who I'm excited to watch this year. But we're not going to go quarterback here because Zach Wilson just getting started. We are going to go linebacker. And going linebacker this early seems kind of out there, but I mean, like I said, this is not a perfect mock right now. This is not going to be 100% correct when we look back at it next year. So we're going to go Noah Sewell. 6th pick. All right, so it's easy. It's either wide receiver or offensive tackle. I'm going wide receiver, and there's 3 guys I love here. I mean, I love some of these guys down here, but I'm talking about just 3 guys I love for this pick, and that's either Jackson Smith-Njigba, Kayshon Boutte, and Jordan Addison. I'm a really big Jordan Addison fan. Man. I don't know if that's gonna tempt me to take him. Everyone's gonna hate me because they're gonna want Jackson Smith-Njigba, which I think is a phenomenal player. Kayshon Boutte is really good, but I really like Jordan Addison. I see a lot of Calvin Ridley in him, and we're going to go Jackson Smith-Njigba. I made a tweet that said Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jacksonville. It needs to happen. So, Carolina. All right, this is interesting because I think Carolina should start Matt Corral right away. They had a good draft. They drafted a bunch of upside players. So, it'll be interesting how they perform. But I think they should start Matt Corral right away. But, and if we'll see how he does. I don't know how he will do, but for right now, we're going to go off the tackle to pair. Actually, no, we're not going off the tackle. They have that one guy. I can't think of his name right now, but they just drafted Kim Aquanu, who was my number 1 player in the class that they got 6. That was nuts. You know what we're actually going to take here? Because I'm not for sure if I really want off the tackle. We're going to go Jordan Addison to the Carolina Panthers. So I think that's fun. And with Chicago up next, I think they'll be picking higher than this. I think they could be picking top 3, get a chance at Will Anderson, and that would be insane for them. They also could use receiver, and I think that's the way we're going to go. Unless I want to go Brian Bresee. I think this receiver class has some depth. So I'm going to go Brian Bresee. I think he's a great player. He's the number 1 player in the class right over Bryce Young. He's good run defender, good pass rusher. I think he's also like an insane athlete for size. I think he's going to rise up draft boards, and I think Brian Bresee is really, really good. The Giants quarterback, Will Levis, Tyler Van Dyke, Hendon Hooker, or Anthony Richardson. I'm going Anthony Richardson. Sorry. Not sorry. Anthony Richardson's my guy. I really like him. I hope he takes that step. I think he's going to. If he doesn't, then he won't be up there in this mock drafts, so he'll be where he deserves to. But I think Anthony Richardson's going to take the next step. Washington, it's interesting. I think they're an interesting team. You can see off the tackle probably, but where I'm going to go is Cam Smith from South Carolina. He's a really good player. He's got good ball skills. I really like him. I think he'll probably be the quarterback one, but you also see guys like that I really like Keely Ringo. He's good. He had that national championship ceiling interception. Elias Ricks, Clark Phillips, Joey Porter, all really good players. I haven't really gotten to all my deep dive, but I watch a lot of college football, so I have a good knowledge, and I've gone in a couple of players deep dives, so it'll be interesting to see how these players fare out in my rankings. So Pittsburgh, I'm not even thinking twice about it. We're going Pierce Ronich. He's off the tackle. He's probably the best tackle in the class. Paris Johnson's up there. Maybe Zion Nelson could take that step. So maybe Jackson Kirkland could take that step. Voorhees is good. I don't agree with all these rankings, but it's okay. So now the Vikings are on the clock. Here we're gonna go Elias Ricks. They drafted a corner last year, Andrew Booth. They got a safety, but Patrick Peterson's old, and corners is just not good either way. Elias Ricks can have potential to be a really good player now playing in the Alabama system. He was good at LSU. Things didn't work out there though, so we'll see. Now we got it's the third cornerback going to come off the board in the next pick? I think it is Keely Ringo. Yeah, Keely Ringo. Only thing that really questioned is if he's athletic enough to play corner in the NFL, but he's got everything you want. He's been a really good player for some time now. So Las Vegas Raiders. This is going to be a defensive player for me. They just picked up Chandler Jones, and they already had Max Crosby. But we're going to go to the interior of the defensive line, I believe, maybe. I didn't really come in here knowing what I was going to do because I just want to talk about players as I take them. Miles Murphy's really good. I don't know how long Chandler Jones has, though. Who are their cornerbacks right now? Oh, yeah, their cornerbacks are bad. Okay. Linebacker. Trenton Simpson. We're going Trenton Simpson. Good player. Flies around the field for Clemson. Hopefully Clemson can take that step back up because they were not very good last year. And a big part to DJ Uyunglele, who a lot of people, including myself, thought wasn't going to be in the Heisman. So it's kind of weird to see. Miami at 15. It's really tempted to take Bijan Robinson here, but I was just talking about Miles Murphy's here, and while the defense has gotten better, or it's really stayed the same, to be honest, but they've added a couple players like Melvin Ingram, but they just need to get younger, and I think Miles Murphy is a really good player. Patriots need help. Mac Jones. Kayshon Boutte is still here at 16. He's a good player. He dealt with injuries and LSU just not being very good. Hopefully, under Jaden Daniels, they can maybe Jaden Daniels plays himself into a first-round pick and really shows out with Boutte at receiver. So it'll be interesting to see. He's a good player, though. Good route runner, good hands. So I like Boutte. Tennessee. Bijan Robinson. No. Nolan Smith, I think, is going to be the pick here. Good edge player. I think I don't know if Tennessee's going to be that good this year, to be honest. They could be. Just don't know if they will be. Hey, look, they have grades down here. This is sick. I love this. This new mock draft database thing is so sick. All right, 18. I'm having the Texans take Bijan. I think it's a good pick. I really do. Lovie Smith wants to run the ball. They got Damian Pierce, but he's more of a running back too. And if you can get a talent like Bijan Robinson at 18, and you're not like the Giants taking Saquon at 2, then you got to get him, because Bijan's probably the most talented running back since Saquon. We got an A+ for Keely Ringo. And we're gonna go back to the dang, whoa. Their rankings changed quite a bit. They have Jordan Battle all the way down here. That's crazy. But we're gonna go Brandon Joseph. I think he's gonna be such a good player. I think he's gonna be a really, really good player for Notre Dame. He was good at Northwestern, but it's also Northwestern, so it's not gonna show your true abilities at some points. And I think Notre Dame can get that out of them. Good off the line. Baltimore. So they picked up Kyle Hamilton. Corner is an interesting position. I think Joey Porter makes a lot of sense, or off the tackle makes a lot of sense. But we're gonna go Joey Porter. I haven't really dove much into him, but I know he's a good player. So it'd be interesting to see what he does. The Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. I think Paris Johnson's the easy pick. They need offensive line badly. So we got an A for Jalen Carter earlier. Interesting. Probably because D-line value, but it'll be interesting. I think this is going to be offensive tackle too, because I need offensive line help. There's not really much I want here though. Maybe Zion Nelson here. Let's go look in the interior offensive line. Let's see what players are there. Not much. I like Sandrick Van Pran though. So we're gonna go off tackle. I'm actually gonna go Broderick. No, I'm gonna go DeJuan Jones. Oh wow, they gave me a D+. It's because of their rankings. That's what they have, but their rankings are kind of weird too. All right, Chargers. I'm gonna go Josh Downs. I don't know why. I just love the fit of Josh Downs. We got a B+ for Miles Murphy. All right. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Dolphins. Ooh, that would be interesting. I also like Zach Evans. I think linebacker's a need though. Henry To'oTo'o could be a good pick. Tight end could be a need. Eric Gilbert. I mean, Mike Gesicki. I don't know if he's going to stay there after this year. We're going to go linebacker. We're going to go actually Justin Flo. He has not stayed healthy. But I think when healthy, he's going to be so good. He was insane in high school though. So I haven't had Will Levis go yet, which seems weird. So Will Levis now. Good job. He's a good player. I don't know if Matt Ryan's going to be there for forever, to be honest. I don't think Will Levis is actually the right quarterback to go at this point. And like I said, mock draft places don't matter. I don't care. Will Levis is probably going to be higher on my board. He's going to probably go higher. So don't look at where these players are going. It's just talking about players, really. That's really all this is. Cowboys. Safety. Jalen Calhoun. Jordan Battle. Antonio Johnson. We're going to keep Antonio Johnson in Texas. There you go. Good player. Said I haven't gotten to much players yet, so can't really speak too much on it because I don't want to say anything wrong. But I know good players. Safety could be a thing if Jesse Bates doesn't want to stay. Tight end. We're going to go Michael Mayer. So Bryce Young got us an A pick earlier. So we're going to go back. And we're going to go the defensive side, I believe. No. Corner. Clark Phillips. There you go. Okay. Phillips was a really good player last year for Utah. And I think he's heading for a big year. So we're going to go what the Packers never do. We're going to go receiver. I really like Marvin Mims. We're going to go Marvin Mims. KC. I think they need to go defense. BJ Ojolari, edge player, good player, really good player. I think he might be better than Aziz Ojolari. We're actually going to go quarterback here. We're going to go Tyler Van Dyke. He's still here at 31. Tom Brady's not going to be there forever. So, and edge, we're going to go Isaiah Foskey. I don't know if I'm. Oh, wait, we can look at our grades. Oh, that's sick. All right. Cardinals got an A+ for Paris Johnson. All right. Falcons got an A for Will Anderson. That is terrible. I'm sorry. That should be an A+. Ravens got a B+ for Joey Porter. Those got a B+ for Isaiah Foskey. Carolina Panthers got a B for Jordan Addison. Chicago Bears got an A for Brian Bursay. Bengals got an A+. Browns didn't have a pick. Cowboys got a B+. Broncos didn't have a pick. Lions got an A+ and a B+. B+ for the Packs. A+ and A+. Texans just destroyed the draft, I guess. Will Levis, A+. Yeah, he's going to go way higher than that. A+ for Jackson Smith and Jigba. B for Ojolari, that's kind of odd. B for Simpson, it's kind of odd. B+ for Downs, okay, makes sense. Rams obviously don't have picks. B+ and C+. Rankings are really weird. B+, okay. A+, yeah, deserved. Oh, okay, so it's just gonna stop working. Oh, there we go. Jets got a B for Noah Sewell, makes sense. Giants got a C for Anthony Richardson, no. Eagles got an A+ and an A, makes sense. B+ for Skronich, okay. Niners didn't have pick, obviously. A+ and D+. Yeah, DeJuan Jones isn't going to look good now, but I think he could take that step. He's huge at tackle. So Buccaneers got an A for Van Dyke. Titans got an A for Nolan Smith. And Commanders got an A for Cam Smith. All right, cool. So that is our mock draft, and that's really the players that we're talking about today. Like I said, I haven't dove into that many players, but just watching college football, just watching some of these players. I have some favorites. I like Bryce Young. I like Will Anderson. I know Alabama, but even as player, if they played somewhere else, I'd like them. I like Jordan Addison. I really like Anthony Richardson for some reason, even though he wasn't good last year. Bijan is an insane player. I love Josh Downs. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. We're gonna have episode 5 with everyone, and later, probably in the next couple of days, I'm gonna be on vacation, so I'm gonna try to get episode 5 out some point next week. Also, we're gonna have episode 1 of the NBA podcast tonight with some of the boys. Talk about game 1. So make sure you tune in for that later. But y'all have a great day.